The metal I'm using is called mild steel, which is a low carbon steel, and nowadays it's kind of the closest material we can get to wrought iron. It's been in the forge, it's heated up to about 2,000 degrees.
You may not think of forging iron with fire as being delicate or intricate artwork, but the annual Botanical Blacksmiths exhibit may change your mind.
The whole idea was just to bring art into the garden and let people see that they could add, beauty and meaning to the garden in something other than just plants.
Kathy Borthwick is a blacksmith. We first met her a few years ago at her Flagstaff studio. She is a member of the Arizona Artists Blacksmith Association.
What makes ironwork interesting is having all this surface texture, having depth to it, so then when light hits it, you start creating shadow and sort of a richness to it.
But she shies away from calling herself an artist, then and now.
For me, I have a great respect for the craft of blacksmithing and for the technique, and so I really like to have craft as part of the name, because it honors, the tradition of the doing of it.
So with hammers, fire, and a lot of muscle, she and her fellow crafters and artisans create a yearly exhibit at the Arboretum at Flagstaff. For Kathy, it's a way to break free from her comfort zone.
I would say for most of my career, I have focused on functional work, and I think that's just the way my mind works, is I want something to be useful. And so for me, a little bit having this exhibit, it made me stretch and say, let's make things that can just be. And so it's been kind of fun.
Some works are an exploration of technique, while others are just total whimsy. Kathy describes one of her pieces as sort of COVID-19 related.
There's an awful lot that brings us down, and we need to remember that we need to come up sometimes. And so I have one piece that's just, it's actually forged pipe that's then colored, all this bright color. And it's just the idea of the way plants grow, when they fight for the sun and they fight for life, and they just do these wild, crazy shapes.
While all of the pieces in the exhibit are for sale, Kathy tells us there is a bigger reason for putting the show on year after year.
So the public could see the huge array of work that gets done by blacksmiths, and also so they would know blacksmiths still existed.
It's a message Kathy keeps hammering.